Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chickbone. I come to you every Sunday morning at 10:30, and we do a little thing called the Supplemental. We have a good time. It's a fun way to start your Sunday. We do three things on the Supplemental. We talk about your national days of the week. We talk about a community, a comedy, or a charity event happening in or around the area that we want you to be aware of. And we finish it off with This Week in History, trivia style. All over your feed because of Detroit halftime. I don't. Seven Nation Army, fantastic song. White Stripes are good for one song, but I don't like the rest of their music or their politics. So I really don't like Jack White that much at all. So starting with your national days of the week. Monday, focus. There's so many of these, I don't even know what the heck that is. So we went with the simple one. Monday, December the 1st, is National Eat a Red Apple Day. Because why not? Why not? Just eat a red apple. We do the National Days of the Week under this premise. Find a reason to celebrate every day. Every day you should be celebrating life because it's short, so you enjoy it, okay? And if you can't think of a reason why you should be enjoying life, we give you a National Day of the Week so we can celebrate it together if nothing else. I had choices. Christmas Lights Day, dumb. Peppermint Bark Day. Is peppermint a bark? And I didn't know this. Bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day. Yeah, we weren't doing that. So out of the four options AI gave me, I went with Eat a Red Apple Day. And I am a red apple fan. I'm a green apple fan. Truth be told, I like apples. Hungry for apples? That was a Rick and Morty reference I threw out for no reason whatsoever. There's all kinds of apples, and apples are tasty and delicious. But there's the Snapdragon. You ever had one of those? They're red, so you can enjoy them on December the 1st, National Eat a Red Apple Day. But that Snapdragon, boy, them things got a crack to them. I'm going to go get some today. I'm going to go get some Snapdragon red apples today, so I will be prepared tomorrow on National Eat a Red Apple Day. Moving on. That would get me in trouble. Tuesday, December 2nd. It's National Mutt Day. Now, there was a time in my life when all of my dogs were mutts. That's probably not true. King wasn't a mutt. King was a retired police dog. And that was back in the day when they would just give you retired police dogs. He was, I believe he was an Australian Shepherd. He was white. He was beautiful. He was big. And, he was trained to eat people. And then he got old and they retired him and here, you can have him. He was a great dog. Almost all of my dogs, they died in car accidents. It was very sad because it was a different time. So you didn't invest a lot of money in dogs. You took the mutts because they were free, or they found you. Sometimes the dog finds you. And you feed them, and you take care of them, and then horribly they die, and it's super sad. Or you house train them. You keep them locked in the house, and they don't go anywhere without your strict supervision. So then when you do that, you can afford to spend money on a dog that's not a mutt. Now, there are a lot of people who like their mutts, and and love their rescues, and good on you. You know, the world needs all kinds, man. If I didn't have my dog, you probably wouldn't have your dog, because my dog is very rapey. He likes to, he likes to force himself upon the ladies, and that creates mutts for people who prefer mutts, and it creates rescues. There was recently a rescue, a group of purebreds, different breed. Not going to say the breed. I don't want to give it away. They had a litter, a surprise litter. Go figure. Somebody's babysitting your dog for a few weeks, and dog gets pregnant and has puppies. And all of those puppies have been scattered into the wind. Oh, strange that the invite just popped up at 10:37. I don't know why, but thank you for telling me that. Moving on. I got to remember, don't look at the comments until after I say the things, and then I come back and look at the comments. Wednesday. Wednesday, December the 3rd, is National Roof Over Your Head Day. If you have a roof over your head, you should be happy every day. You don't need to wait until December the 3rd to embrace the fact that you have a roof over your head. But I, having seen many, many homeless people living in refrigerator boxes, they don't do that much anymore. Now your homeless people are, they got quality tents, and not the kind of tent you got to pitch like the pop-ups, like push the button and boom, you got a tent. They're living in those things. They're not living in cardboard boxes anymore. And technically, that is a roof. They do have a roof over their head. But I always use homeless people as inspiration. Because when I think things aren't going well for me, I'll look at a homeless person that has a girlfriend and go, it can't be that bad. It can't be, I can't be so bad that a homeless dude can get a girlfriend and I can't get a girlfriend. Now, again, it's all about how low are you willing to drop your standards. Luckily for me, I hope to never be in the girlfriend finding stages again, and I will continually celebrate the fact that I have a roof over my head, especially on December 3rd, National Roof Over Your Head Day. Moving on. Oh, we're going to do that. Ooh, ee, ah, 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 ding, dang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Yes, I am aware that Qatar is today, sir. And I will watch that as soon as we finish with this. Or later. I have Formula One TV. I can watch it whenever I want. I can't tell you how disappointed I am with the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. I hated him when he raced for the other team, but he was so good. And I couldn't wait for the day that we would get him in a red jumpsuit. I couldn't wait for that day. Now he's in a red jumpsuit, and he's shite. Absolute shite. And it hurts. It hurts to watch. Moving on. Thursday, December the 4th, is National Sock Day. No S on the end. S-O-C-K. No S. I don't know what that means in Spanish. I know what S-O-C-K-S means. It is what it is. That's what it means. S-O-C-K no S. It is not what it is. I'm learning things. Here's why I have said this before. I feel like we probably got a socks day. Big sock at it again. I feel like we've done this one earlier this year. But I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the sock thing, okay? If you want to feel like you have money, act like you have money. Do things that people with money do, like socks. Get you some high-quality socks. Go into your sock drawer today. Let's do it together on the 4th of December. Go into your sock drawer, take all of the socks, and throw them in the garbage. Take them to Goodwill, Salvation Army, local homeless shelter, or throw them in the garbage, but get rid of all of the socks as you know them. Replace all of your socks with some quality socks. Get you some good quality socks, black in color, okay? And all of them same brand. So if you need 20 pairs of socks, get yourself 20 pairs of socks. Nobody needs 20 pairs of socks. There's 7 days in a week. If you're not doing laundry once a week, or somebody's not doing laundry for you once a week, I say live like a rich person, right? Then don't get you some quality socks, okay? That's what I'm saying. However many pairs you feel you need, and you get them all of the exact same type, and then you never have to sort socks again. You don't have to do the stupid little roll. You don't have to do that. You take all your socks and you put them in the sock drawer. And then when you need socks, grab one and another one. And you got 2 socks. And when one goes bad, because there's always one. There's always one. I don't care what you do. If you got a pair of socks and you take care of those socks, one of them is always going to go bad. Throw that sock away. Just one. Because the other one's still good. You don't need to kill the brother because of the sins of the other. So get yourself some quality socks on December the 4th, National Sock Day. Moving on to your comments. I saw Damien pop in there real quick. That was a long time ago, man. No ankle socks. My kids run around outside with socks. It crushes your soul. Yeah. What is wrong with your children? I love your children. What is wrong with them? Why are they running around in socks? Be a parent. Do your job. I'm going to do this one because I didn't know what the heck this was. Friday, December the 5th, is National Satcher Tort Day. And I have no idea what a Satcher tort is. I had to use the Google box there to go and find out what a satchel tort was. And it looks amazing. It is like a cake, but a consistency of like a cheesecake, and it's chocolatey, and it's layered. And even though I've never heard of a Satcher tort, I was inspired by looking at it. And later today, when I talk to Chick Brew, I'm going to ask her what she knows about this Satcher tort thing. And then on December the 5th, I'm going to find a way to get some Satcher tort in my mouth hole. I'm going to do that on Friday, December the 5th, National Satcher Tort Day. Moving on. Ooh. No. Yeah, we'll use this as an excuse. Here we go. Saturday, December the 6th, is National Microwave Oven Day. This could be a good time. On Pearl Harbor Day Eve, this could be an annual reminder that maybe it's time to clean your microwave oven. And if you have a clean microwave oven at home, but you also have a microwave oven at work, I can guarantee you that that office microwave oven is overdue for a cleaning. But December 6th falls on a Saturday, so you may have to move it to December 5th. It's a flex. It could go either way. You don't have to do it. Clean your microwave is what I'm saying. And then when you get it nice and clean, put some sardines in it. And microwave those, because the office, they need that. And if you've caught the latest episode of the LUNSB Show, quaintly titled The Grinch Cake, you're going to hear a recipe that'll blow your mind. That was a cooperative effort between Chick Brew and myself. Coming up with the best, worst cake ever. Check that out wherever fine podcasts are sold. That is December the 6th, National Microwave Oven Day. Oh, I'm back over here giving me likes again. I like it when you like me. Sunday, December the 7th, is National Cotton Candy Day. Now, it's a little bit difficult in December to get your hands on some quality cotton candy. They make the machines. You can make cotton candy at home. You put the paper in and you whip it around, and dust of sugars fly through the sky, and the roaches are excited and happy because there's sugar everywhere. And the ants like sugar too, not just the uncles, the ants. You can make cotton candy at home. Occasionally, you could find it in the store in a little plastic cylinder. It'll say cotton candy. But that's not good cotton candy. I don't even know how they do that. Cotton candy is one of those things that must be experienced in the moment. You have to be in a place that sells cotton candy, which is usually festival, a carnival, someplace festive. And you get the cotton candy, and you bite into it when it's still kind of maybe got an element of heat to it. And it just dissipates in your mouth hole. Second time I've used mouth hole today. That has got to be the experience. You don't go to a store and buy a tin of cotton candy, and then go home and the only way you can eat cotton candy that you buy from a store is sad. You're crying. You're having memories of better times, and you open up that package of cotton candy and it's vacuum sealed, and you're just crying and you're eating the cotton candy, and it's a bad day, okay? Don't do that. How about putting that one on hold? I don't want you eating sad store-bought cotton candy on December the 7th. I want you to be at a place that sells festive cotton candy. And remember Pearl Harbor, because Pearl Harbor sucked. El Doctor has joined us. Hello, El Doctor. And that is December 7th, National Cotton Candy Day. Moving on. You didn't like my aunt's uncle's dad joke? Come on, man. Come on. Wait, wrong voice. Come on, man. Come on. Seriously? Come on. Now it's time for your Come Char. Comedy, community, charity note. There's so much comedy that is happening this week. I'm just going to put it out there for you right now. On December the 3rd, you heard me, on December the 3rd, Michael Winslow is in town. You may remember Michael Winslow as one of the guys from Spaceballs. He's also more famously known for being the man of a million sounds. He's a fantastic guy, and he's going to be at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone on December the 3rd. But wait there's more. On Friday, December the 5th, at the Revolutionary Hot Mic, I think it's 310 South Market Street in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. There's going to be comedy there. I don't even remember who, but I want to go because they're people that I like. I know that much. Yes, Police Academy. That is also where people might know Michael Winslow from. So he's going to be performing at the Comedy Zone on Wednesday. Mike O'Donnell, Craig Paul, and some other people are going to be at the Revolutionary Hot Mic on Friday. And Saturday, I am going to take my betrothed to see Craig Robinson live. Excuse me, wrong. Craig Ferguson. If I showed up and met Craig Robinson, that would be hilarious and wrong at the same time. I spent the good money to see Craig Ferguson, not Craig Robinson. Maybe Craig Robinson should open for Craig Ferguson and put all of this behind us. So, yeah, just telling you, there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of comedy. Of course, you got your Tuesdays and your Thursdays at the Comedy Zone that are free to get in. Shows start at 8. Local mic on Tuesdays. Local, more seasoned comedians doing longer time. And then on Thursday, it's the traditional open mic with as many as 40 people going up and doing time. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's comedy happening every night from Tuesday on. Get outside. The weather outside is frightful. Yeah, a little snow today, our first snow of the year. But the comedy is delightful. So if you know a place to go, to the zone, to the zone, to the zone. That has been your Char. And now we'll get into the fan favorite portion of the show. This Week in History. A trivia style. It's stupid. We have 7 questions based on this week in history. All of them are set to a moderate difficulty or medium difficulty, and they're all multiple choice. And I have to specifically tell AI no answers. Let's see. No trick questions. It's done trick questions before. Oh, that's good. That's a good lineup you got there. Jenny Craig is the host / caterer. All right. Here we go. Fan favorite portion of the show. This Week in History. Trivia style. On November 24th, 1859, which groundbreaking scientific work by Charles Darwin was first published? November 24th, 1859, which groundbreaking scientific work by Charles Darwin was first published? Here's what I'm going to say. As I always say, if you know, you know. If you know the answer, you just know the answer. But I can also tell you that Charles Darwin is not known for writing anything else other than this book. Here are your multiple choice options. Was it The Descent of Man, On the Origin of Species, The Voyage of the Beagle, or Principles of Biology? I give you the answers. I let you get your answers in. James has already answered with evolution, which was not one of the options. Talking about evolution, well, you know. A lot of our regular participants are not here today. So I do see we got a couple of viewers out there that I only know of one. Only one's making comments, or 2 have made comments. Don't feel bad. Just take a guess. No one's going to punish you if you're wrong, okay? Again, your options for the question, November 24th, 1859, Big Bad Book by Charles Darwin is published for the first time. Was it The Descent of Man, on the origin of species, the voyage of the beagle, or principles of biology? Damien pops in with species. He spiced it up. No. We don't take off for spelling. And I don't keep score. So if you go 7 for 7, it's on you. That's funny. I know the answer because it's a stupid title. It is On the Origin of Species. Now, I don't know. I'm pretty confident. Me and Damien are right on this, and James is wrong. But I'm pretty confident, okay? We will all find out the answers together at the end. Question number 2. Is Jessica playing? And if Jessica's playing, then where's Nikki? I want everybody playing. Get the kids on their tablets. I want a whole bunch of wrong answers. On November 25th, 1783. What event marked the final withdrawal of British troops from the United States after the Revolutionary War? It's November 25th, 1783. What event marked the final withdrawal of British troops from the United States after the Revolutionary War? Was it the Treaty of Paris signing, the surrender at Yorktown, Evacuation Day, or the Boston Tea Party anniversary? November 25th, 1783, what event marked the final withdrawal of British troops from the United States after the Revolutionary War? What event marked the final withdrawal of British troops? I feel like, even though I've never heard it, Evacuation Day makes the most sense. But what are your guesses? Again, was it the Treaty of Paris signing? Was it the surrender at Yorktown? Was it Evacuation Day? Or was it the Boston Tea Party anniversary? I do not know the answer. Apparently, none of you do either. But James is going to go with Evac Day. Damien, you can get your answer in whenever you're ready. And we don't take off for spelling, so don't worry about that. But he's going to go with the surrender at Yorktown, which I think is a good choice. If I had a backup, I would have chosen that. So we'll find out soon. And just a few more questions. On November 26, 1922, archaeologists first entered the tomb of which ancient pharaoh? Jessica! Hey, girl, good to see you. Now we need Nikki and the kids. We need all the kids playing. On November 26, 1922, archaeologists first entered the tomb of which ancient pharaoh? James is changing his answer to the Treaty of Paris. You know how I feel about changing your answers, man. The pharaoh whose tomb was raided on November 26, 1922, was it Ramses II? Was it Tutankhamun? Was it Tutmos III? Or was it Akhenaten? Oof. Damien's going to go with King Tut. James is going to go with Tutankhamun. This is 1922. I think we all want to say King Tut. I think we want to say that. But I feel like Akhenaten. I feel like that's more correct. I am not going to go with the crowd on this one. Wait, let's find out what Jessica says. I'll probably agree with Jessica. I am, and I feel like, no. I also have skin in the game. I also want to go 7 for 7. Jessica's going to go with Tut. I'm going to go with Tut. We're all going with Tutankhamun. On November 27th, 1895, Alfred Nobel signed his famous will. What did it establish? November 27th, 1895, Alfred Nobel signed his will. What did it establish? I don't think any of us need to look at the answer. I think we've all got this one. If we get this one wrong, then you can't play next week. If you get this one wrong, you will be exiled, banned, punished 1 week. Was it the Red Cross, the League of Nations, the Nobel Prizes, or the International Court of Justice? When Alfred Nobel signed his will, he created a thing. What do you think that thing was? Those are your options. The Red Cross, the League of Nations, the Nobel Prizes, the International Court of Justice. Alfred Nobel. You could pronounce it Noble. If you didn't know, he pronounced it Nobel because it's spelled the same. Did I lose everybody? What happened? I'm going to hit the recycle over here. I feel like I should have had a comment by now. I got one. He's going with the prize, the Nobel Prize. I'll give you time to get them in. And again, we do the show for people live right now and in the future. Jessica's going with Nobel. Yeah, crazy that the guy would put in his will something with his name on it to be remembered forever. And Damien is on board with us. Here's an interesting piece of information. I believe, if I remember correctly, that the first Nobel Prize was given to the man who invented dynamite. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! You say worthless prize, global warming is a sham. Yes, we agree. No politics, because there's other things you could say about the Nobel Prize. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. On November 29th, we've got two questions to go. Hang in there, folks. On November 29th, 1947, the United Nations voted for what major action? November 29th, 1947, the United Nations voted for which major action? Was it the creation of NATO, the partition of Palestine, the founding of the World Bank, or the formation of the European Union? Ooh-wee. That's a tough one, son. November 29th, 1947. The United Nations voted for what major action? The creation of NATO, the partition of Palestine, the founding of the World Bank, or the formation of the European Union? James is going to go with the partition of Palestine. In other words, but he called it the creation of Israel. And that was not in 1947. Nice try. Yes. I know what you meant. But that didn't happen in 1947. Did it? Maybe it did. Damien is going to go with the European Union, which he could be onto something. Because the European Union started a lot earlier than any of us would think. Sorry, TikTok makes me move a puzzle piece into position to confirm that I'm still around. The creation of NATO, it doesn't make sense that the United Nations would create NATO, because the United Nations is a different thing than NATO. The partition of Palestine, this is Truman. This is post-World War II. That's a possibility. That is also a possibility. The founding of the World Bank, who freaking knows? And the formation of the European Union, which goes a lot farther back. I got James's answer. I got Damien's answer. Do not have an answer from Jessica. I am going to go with Damien on this one. I think it is the founding of the European Union. Wait. No. nope. Because it's the United Nations. And just for the same, she's going to go with the European Union also. For the same reason that I don't think it's NATO, it wouldn't be the European Union. It's not the bank, the partition of Palestine. And I can't tell you that I'm not happy with that. I don't like the way that's worded because, anyway, not going to do it. Finally, here we go. The last question on our Sunday morning together. And once again, as always, I love you guys. Thanks for playing along. It's a good time. I look forward to my Sundays and sharing them with you. Here we go. Final question. On November 30th, 1872, the first official international soccer match was played between what two nations? Man, if you know soccer history, this is right up your alley. But for the rest of us, I think it's going to be a shot in the dark. Was it England and France? This is 1872. First official international soccer match was played between what two nations? Was it Brazil and Argentina, Scotland and England, or Germany and the Netherlands? You would think it's 1872. You know, you got some guys kicking a ball over there. You got some guys kicking a ball over there. They're neighbors, for Christ's sakes. You take a wagon. It's not that far. Scotland and England makes the most sense to me because they're so easy to do. International soccer match played on November 30th, 1872 between what two countries? Again, here are your options. England and France. They would have had to cross the water, but it's not that far. Brazil and Argentina, literally connected to one another. Scotland and England, also connected. No, there's water there also. But in 1872, we knew how to cross water. Or was it Germany and the Netherlands? I just think because they're soccer people, I feel like Scotland and England would be the easiest. Jessica's going to go with Scotland. Damien is going to go with Brazil and Argentina. Again, not a bad guess. That is not a bad guess. I almost want to lean your way. And James is going to go with England and France. Again, we find out the answers together when I type in the phrase that pays, answers, please. And here they come. Again, you're in charge of keeping your own score. But I can tell you, if you go 7 for 7, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel good it's going to carry you through the rest of the day. It's going to make you feel good. Germany never played well with others. That's funny. Question number 1. Charles Darwin wrote the book on the origin of species. So if you answered that, you're correct. Question 2 was evacuation day. Question 3, what was it? Even with his donkey, he's my favorite hunky. King Tut. Tutankhamun was the ancient pharaoh's tomb that was raided. Question number 4 was the Nobel Prize. Everyone got it right. No one's getting banned. Question number 5. We skipped. We skipped question number 5. Question number 5, we skipped. On November 28th, 1520, Ferdinand Magellan's expedition accomplished what major navigational feat? I'm sorry you keep losing me. The first circumnavigation, the discovery of Cape Horn, the first crossing of the equator, or the passage through the Strait of South America's tip, also known as the Magellan Pass. So everyone's going to get credit for question number 5 because I skipped. I was so excited to see Damien here, I skipped question number 5. Everyone gets credit for it. Know that Ferdinand Magellan circumnavigated South America through the Magellan Pass. It's named for him. Now you know. Question number 6, was the partition of Palestine? No, not sailed around the world. I just told you what the answer was. And question number 7, Scotland and England. Woo! I'm telling you, if you go 7 for 7, it just makes you feel good. I'm going to go right now and get in the hot tub. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to heal my aching bones and get in the hot tub and prepare for a new taping of the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew, found wherever fine podcasts are sold. Thanks for playing along. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew sends her love